My name is Andy Smith, currently working at Reading Plus as a Salesforce administrator. Just a project manager with software, working with different teams to coordinate usage of the Salesforce organization, handling any fires that come up, the sales and services processes at the company, and just generally making sure everything's on the up and up when it comes to the business usage through Salesforce. So I started getting into Salesforce whenever I was laid off from my previous position. I was working with robotics. So I was actually using software and physical robots to improve people's work in different aspects. Whenever I was let go of that position, I started looking into becoming a Python developer. One of the aspects of learning to become a Python developer is watching a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of web courses. And I stumbled across one of David Lewis' videos about Salesforce, and I thought it looked a lot like what my previous position entailed, but more programmatic and a lot more impact on people's day-to-day lives. And that's the reason I really got into Salesforce, because I really like to impact people and make their job easier and more efficient. One of the most important skills a Salesforce administrator needs to have is attention to detail. It's the old adage where you should measure twice, cut once. A lot of times you don't get a second chance to make a small tweak to an organization, especially if it's something that's large. Of course, they provide the tools such as a sandbox to make it low impact if there are any issues that come up, but you really want to make sure that you're not spending a lot of your time chasing your tail, a lot more time progressing and rolling out the more interesting features so that you can make sure everyone's using all the up-to-date technologies in their everyday work. The focus on force, study guides and exams, YouTube videos, and just make sure you're doing at least an hour or two of Salesforce content every day. As long as you keep moving towards your end goal, there is no failure as long as you don't give up. I currently have 2 certifications, one Salesforce Administrator and the other Salesforce Developer 1 certification. They've done wonders for my career. They've opened doors I didn't even know existed at companies I would never thought I would work for. The one thing I really like about Salesforce is so many different companies and so many different areas use Salesforce. So as long as you're staying up to date with Salesforce and the Ohana, it's really easy to kind of work yourself into a position that you're going to enjoy, and the position's going to work for you the rest of your life. My future goal is to become a Salesforce architect. I like to set my goal as high as possible so that I always have something to strive for. As far as future careers go, just going to keep going wherever I'm helping people the most and I'm able to make a living wage. That's 2 of the most important things to me, and Salesforce allows me to do that. But one of the biggest challenges with Salesforce is their lingo, and everything around the product is kind of very well thought out and meticulous when it comes to the wording. One of the ways I was able to get around this challenge is just by getting into focus on Force's content, watching different Salesforce administrators, and just staying up to date with all Salesforce's webinars and everything that they put out, because they do put out a lot of content that really helps you get a handle for the different lingo and tools that they use. And this helped me a lot whenever I was going to different companies, because the different companies have their own different lingo and experience when it comes to using the product as well. So that's one of the things that is a little bit of a learning curve when it comes to Salesforce compared to traditional programming languages, is just getting used to the lingo, because they're almost like another language. But once you get a hold of it, you can really get in there and make an impact. This is a great tool. If I can give one piece of advice with it, is just never give up, and make sure that you're always headed in the right direction, whatever direction that is that you've chosen, whether it's developer, architect, even administrator. If you're someone who's been in the Salesforce Ohana for years and haven't picked up any certifications, I would recommend picking those up. They go far and beyond what you can ever imagine, and it allows you to not only reassure yourself that what you've learned is the best practices, but it allows you to take that stepping stone to the next level when it comes to explaining what you're doing. And I know one of the biggest things that a lot of companies are looking for is for you to be able to communicate what you're doing to others, because that's one of the most important things. And just never give up. One thing that you need to know is the only way to fail is to give up. And as long as you stay focused on Force, you'll be able to get to your goal. Focus on Force is a finely curated exam preparation tool. They have their study guide, which covers the bulk of the content. It also leads to the Salesforce website so that you can know that those sources you're getting are correct and the exam preparation is top notch. They allow you to take the questions, answer them how you think based on your study at the time, and not only see the answer immediately if you'd like, but also go to the references so that you can learn more if it's an area that you're really struggling in, and it helps to get you the information you need before you take the exam as fast as possible without using any cheating material that's out there, because I know information dumps is a problem right now, and it's the way to truly learn the information.